Hello, viewer, and welcome to Games with Dialogue. This is Dialogue, and I'm beginning a new series on Children of Morta, which released today, September 3rd. Children of Morta is a roguelike, in the sense that you play through an area, get to a point where you die, upgrade your characters or your situation, and then start again. This roguelike has a story, which I'm excited to get into, so let's start. I've done a little testing here, nothing to worry about. Only really through the intro, so here we go.
Margaret awoke, startled, a cold sweat clinging to her. She gathered her thoughts. Aged wood creaked, echoing through the quiet rooms. Near the house stood a shrine to Rhea Dana, goddess and daughter of the land, of Rhea and a being of comfort. Margaret sought answers. But the goddess did not speak. There was only the faint whisper of something dark, something hungry. The old seer's bones felt the weight of their age as she climbed. The only thought on her mind, has it begun again? John's mission would be a simple one. He was to investigate Rhea's greatest shrine. His mother presented him with a fresh divinity shard. From his brother came a newly sharpened sword. His wife gave him a kiss, and his daughter's hugs were full of reason to return home safe.
Alright, so I'm starting with a keyboard, but I might switch over to the controller. Games like this, my left hand is not nearly as dexterous as my right. And my left hand's going to be doing a lot of the work. Left shift. Right, left mouse. Yeah, alright. So I might switch over. We'll see how things go. This is just the intro,
Rhea,
after all.
a land long forgotten, a place of unimaginable beauty.
Okay. So far, so good. Oh, wait. I forgot. Options. This is what I'm sounding with. Hopefully the narrator is just as loud as I am. I don't want to be talking when he's talking, but the music needs to be quieter. And then I need to turn off VSync, because that just messes with my recording too much. Okay, there we go.
It first appeared as sludge given life, slithering creatures, small and vile.
John uses his sword to attack foes. Press the button to primary attack. Right. Simple enough. And I can just chain it together like that by holding it down. Yeah, thank goodness he doesn't have like a stamina bar or something for his swings. I can just literally stand here and do this all day. I can also kinda sorta move while I do this if I hold the mouse button down while I push forward. Can I move backwards and to the side? I can strafe a little bit. That's good. Oh, and if I have my shield up, I can still attack in a way, in a sense. That's cool. Evade attacks at the right time to avoid incoming damage. Space. Okay. Oh, I see. Alright. Fills up pretty fast, too. That's good. I'm just gonna come back here and get this, because I got hurt a little. So it looks like I have an XP bar at the very bottom of the screen. I've also got a blue bar, but I'm not really paying attention to what's going on that side of the screen, so I don't know what that blue bar is for. Not yet, anyways.
A wall, impeding further progress. A battle was certain.
John has a special ability to use his shield. Left shift. John uses stamina to block with his shield. Can I dodge while I'm blocking? Heavier attacks consume more stamina. If out of stamina, you'll block only some of the damage. Alright. Alright. So I can't just hold my shield indefinitely. I need to pick and choose and use dodge along with blocking. Alright. F to interact. Use their shard of life to cleanse corrupted objects.
Banished by light itself, the corruption abated, leaving the shard cold in hand, dark, in need of life.
Okay. Ah, this game is beautiful. Greater chests require a gemstone to open. Gemstones are found in different places, like this animal corpse.
The shard grew warm, humming softly from the harnessed energy.
So then I can just use it here. And damaged enemies burn in fire. Powerful item that aids you with a buff. Tooltip. Oh, I just hold it down. I see. Okay. Is that not an interactable, I guess. Can I get over there? No, it's just forest. Alright.
Before him was now one more dangerous than those that came before.
Oh, I probably don't want to stand in the purple. That was dumb. Gain XP as you kill enemies. When reaching a certain amount of XP, you will gain a skill point. Press tab to use it. Press space to continue. Skill points to learn new skills. Selected abilities description is on the right panel over here. Call swords down from the heavens upon John's enemies. Right mouse click. Damage 150%. Uses 1 skill point. Press space to learn it. Okay. More skills become available as you spend more skill points. Press tab. So this one has a 4 next to it. I'm assuming I need to spend 4 points in total to get there. That's I think that's a reasonable assumption to make.
Goblins, a familiar threat,
Oh.
albeit farther out than usual.
Out there, I see. Try your newly learned skill. I literally just pushed the button. Nope, I didn't want to dodge in that direction. I wanted to dodge towards... Alright. Well, I know I need to go over this way. I don't need to.
Inherently violent and ill-bathed, the goblins were an unfocused but constant threat.
Is there anything over here? No. It was literally just a little extra. Okay. Yeah, it was literally just a little extra thing.
Magnificent, but dangerous. A land of love found and of love lost.
That's pretty. But what does it mean, love lost? Is that the Rhea part of what they're talking about? The god of the land?
Before him was sacred ground, left untouched in days gone by.
That's probably what it is, right? That's probably what it is. Rhea, the god of the land, love,
Remaining calm
Never mind.
and collected, the shock of his heart-skipping beats was concealed in expert fashion. Before him stood Linda, his eldest daughter, with bow and quiver at the ready, determined to do her part.
So, this game is co-op. If I had somebody playing with me, they might be able to take over Linda right now. At the moment, I don't have anyone to play with, but I might be able to wrangle somebody into joining me for this. We'll see. In the meantime, let's just keep going. Creates a temporary aura that damages nearby enemies. And I need to play a Q to use it. Tooltip? That's not much helpful. Alright, let's go. A divine relic, a gift from the gods. Use it to fight to turn the tide in your favor. Press Q to unleash it. Oh, I get a little... Nice. Very nice.
Before the Guardians were not beasts feeding, but monsters consuming, destroying others. They corrupted and distorted, creating even more hungry husks.
Oh, well, this is a lot easier. As long as I stand between Linda and the monsters, she just wrecks them with her bow. Oh, that's fantastic. Dang, she did all the work on that giant goblin.
Both father and daughter gathered their thoughts, their hearts heavier than before. How would they explain what they had witnessed? The ancient tree had been cut down. Together, father and daughter described the horror, the creatures dripping with decay that slithered into bodies stuck between life and death to bolster their ranks. Grandma Margaret confirmed what they all feared. It was the corruption, a cruel entity spoken of only with hushed voices, an ocean of darkness that flowed from the top of Mount Morta. And the Bergsons' duty was to stand against this devouring deluge of death. Kevin was also eager to do his part in the family's fight, especially when his older brother Mark was off somewhere. He was as much a guardian of their mountain home as any of them. She stood. If they were to reach the summit and destroy this evil, as the Bergsons of old had done in the past, they would need the assistance of the sanctuary. Given to the Bergsons by Rhea herself, the sanctuary was a gateway to the mysterious lands around the mountain. Margaret pointed to the huge crystal at the center of the den, revealing their next task: to activate it and open the way to the source of the corruption. And once Rhea's 3 spirits are gathered on the grounds, the only gate to the top of Mount Morta will open in this chamber. By himself, or with the assistance of those who loved him, John needed to gather the 3 spirits from their lands. Without them, he would not be able to stem the flow of the corruption.
All right. Well, this is just awesome. I love this kind of thing in games where I get to... Nice little touch on the statues, too. I wonder if that indicates the type of... maybe boss monster we'll be fighting in the area. I hope this upgrades and, like, gets better or cleans up, or... I hope it improves as we go through the game. So from what I understand, we will also be upgrading the house as we go along, and the grounds outside. Right now, it's pretty basic, I guess, pretty bare bones. But that's going to change as we play through the game. Oh! Looks like sometimes if I mouse over them, they have something they can say. Where's Grandma? Oh, I guess it's just a pre-scripted thing. They'll talk when they feel like talking. Let's check out the library real quick. Alright, so... items. These are all I've found so far. Alright, well. That's fine, that's fine. The Bergsons... Who was I? John, right? A devoted father and a wise warrior, John is the ever-vigilant guardian of his family and home. Always on the lookout to counter any threat, even before it becomes a problem. In his youth, he went north to learn swordsmanship. There, he got recruited into a band of fighters to stand against the goblin raids and their banditry, and took part in several skirmishes. Around that time, he saved a northerner farm girl from the goblins and subsequently falls in love with her. They took each other's hands in marriage under the linden trees in the old Barut and made a home there. It was in those years that their first 2 children, Linda and Mark, were born. But their life got harder when Bashro, the ruler of Barahut, started to crack down on her people and oppress them, forcing John and his family to leave the north for the land of his fathers. Years later, when his mother, Margaret, found clues and signs that his long-lost father, Adam, might still be alive, John set off to look for him in the Caeldipo Caves. Is that right? C-A-E-L-D. Caeldipo. Short. He wandered those caves for weeks, but all he finds from him is his heirloom sword. These days, he makes it his job to guard the caravans passing through their southern borders against the goblins, and his name is known far and wide among those who journey the oft treacherous lands around Morta. So what's Linda's deal? Margaret, Mary. Mary's the mom, right? Mark. We don't have Mark on here. Okay, so Linda. I'll look through the others as we go, but really all I have to do is mouse over it and give you guys an opportunity to read what's here. And then move on. Documents. I don't have anything grandfather's journal. Don't have anything miscellaneous lore. Don't have anything journals. Can't click on. So that's that. Father probably means fish, but those are harmless. Alright. So before we go on to our first real challenge, I'm going to end the episode here. This will just be the setup. Thank you everyone for joining me. Until next episode, stay safe and God bless you.